for joining us. Today on the Daily Edition, Australia gets Buble fever. From a special free performance in Sydney to the risque interview that made everyone blush. See what happened when the global superstar paid a visit.
Plus, as she set the pace at the Commonwealth Games, 28 years later, her record still stands. Jane Fleming opens up about her golden career and the health battle that almost cost her everything.
Then the celebrity psychic, her Hollywood connections and why she says the spirit world can help you find love.
And breaking their silence, the cast of Roseanne reveal what it's like without their main star.
But we'll get the latest from the 7 newsroom first. Here's Ryan.
Sally, Tom, good to be with you both. Good afternoon, everyone. A full emergency response was activated at Sydney Airport this morning after a mayday call from an international flight. The United Airlines plane was running low on fuel, the pilot requesting to land as quickly as possible. Safety regulators say no passengers were at risk. Tom Saker reports.
Good morning. The pilot flying United Airlines Flight 839 from Los Angeles issued a mayday call shortly after 6 a.m. this morning, about half an hour before that plane was due to land at Sydney Airport. The mayday call was made in relation to low fuel reserves, which prompted a full emergency response. Police confirmed a short time ago that Water Police in Botany Bay were on standby in case the plane did not make it to the runway. Police closed several roads close to the international terminal. Paramedics were on standby and firefighters, including hazmat, were waiting on the runway for the plane to land. We understand the plane was followed by emergency vehicles to the gate once it landed safely, and it was soon after declared safe by firefighters and roads were reopened. Passengers on board the flight were oblivious and didn't know anything was amiss until we told them as they filtered through the gate this morning.
I'd like to know why we were short of fuel. I mean, before we left, they should have obviously done their checks and everything.
In an emailed statement, a United Airlines spokesperson said the flight landed safely in Sydney following a mechanical issue and that the plane taxied to the gate and passengers disembarked normally. The plane was carrying 239 passengers and took off 42 minutes later than scheduled, which may have contributed to the low fuel.
Tom Saker with that report. Bill Shorten has pledged $1 billion for his early learning revamp and a policy pitch to voters. The Labor leader has promised $1.75 billion to help subsidise preschooling for children. Under the plan, cover would extend from 4-year-olds to 3-year-olds, with parents able to access up to 15 hours a week of free preschool or kindergarten each year. The proposal would have to be negotiated with the states and territories first. A driver and his passenger are on the run in Brisbane after ramming several cars, including an ambulance, with a patient inside. The stolen SUV collided with a line of vehicles which had stopped at roadworks on the Logan motorway in Parkinson. A man and a woman abandoned the damaged vehicle and tried to hijack another car before escaping into bushland.
Opened the door and started bashing the driver of the van, probably about 7 or 8 times.
Police have launched a major search. 14-month-old conjoined twins are undergoing tests and scans ahead of intricate surgery to separate them. Specialists in Melbourne are making sure they're as healthy and as fit as possible before undergoing the difficult operation. Estelle Griepink has the details.
Medical specialists here at the Royal Children's Hospital say they're remaining optimistic about the operation to separate conjoined twins, Nima and Dawa. They were brought here to Melbourne earlier this week from the tiny nation of Bhutan, with plans to separate the 14-month-old sisters in a complex operation. This morning, the girls are undergoing detailed scans so doctors can get a better picture of just how the operation might work. They'll be put under a general anaesthetic so doctors can figure out exactly how they are connected and what organs they share.
Once we get the results of all of that, we'll be very keen to make a date and plan some surgery in the future.
As at every moment there are challenges that might confront us that we're not expecting, but so far everything is going along the pathway.
The Children's First Foundation is aiming to raise $350,000 to support the girls and their mum. They say they've already been overwhelmed by the response from the community.
If the public can still get behind us, that would be fantastic. We're just so grateful to the community.
It is still early days, but there are hopes that if all goes well, the surgery could take place in the next few weeks.
Estelle Griepink reporting there. A team of Australian medical specialists are expected to arrive in Indonesia today to offer much-needed assistance. Help is slowly trickling in as the island of Sulawesi faces its third disaster in less than a week. An erupting volcano is threatening to halt recovery efforts as the death toll rises above 1,400. It's now been 6 days since the powerful earthquake and tsunami struck. Desperate survivors are struggling to cope. Hundreds of soldiers have joined the search through the rubble. Hope of finding anyone alive has almost gone. Jockey Hugh Bowman says Winx is stronger and mentally tougher than she's ever been ahead of Saturday's Turnbull Stakes. Winx impressed at track work this morning as she chases a 28th straight win. Bowman says the mighty mare couldn't be better prepared.
Been very relaxed all preparation. Her manners in the barriers have been very good, and that to me is a great sign that she's in a good pace.
The Turnbull Stakes will be live and free. You'll see it on 7 on Saturday. You won't get rich if you're hoping to cheer her home for 28 straight. She's $1.15, so for every dollar you get 15 cents back on top. Better than bank interest though, right?
Yeah, true. And also more fun to watch.
Yeah, exactly.
Totally. Nice one. Still to come, the latest twist in the ABC leadership crisis. Plus, she's gone from reading for celebrities to helping crack unsolved crimes. Psychic medium Lisa Williams is live for us soon.
But next, how does a Hollywood star with more than 60 million online followers simply disappear? A major celebrity mystery has just been solved. We've got all the details right after this.